IMSA, are you ready to cut the ribbon on the AI Center?
Yes!
Okay. All right, Dr. Glazer, can you kick us off with a few words?
Absolutely. This has been a dream in the making. A year ago, some of you may remember, we started talking about what is important for the future of IMSA. And one important priority that came out was emblematic of a symbol of being a flagship of innovation as an institution, a test bed of new opportunities that our students and educators can try to purposefully be leaders in our field. Artificial intelligence is a wonderful area because it's cross-disciplinary. It affects not just curriculum, but also innovation, ethics, entrepreneurship, research. There are so many people who have been involved since the start of the year in being part of this endeavor of creating where we're at today. So I do want to start off by giving some acknowledgments of people who have been instrumental as participants of the Artificial Intelligence Theme Team. Okay? So hold your applause until all names have been read, because there's been a lot. And you know what's fantastic about this list is it cuts across the entire institution. Representatives from different departments, student representatives. It's been a wonderful, wonderful team effort. Those people include Britta McKenna, Tammy Armstrong, Neve Patel, Rachel Singh, Eric Redberg, Ashwin Mohan, Peter Dong, Namrata Pandya, Marta Kaluza, Joyce Simoniak, Steve Dutcher, Meg Junk, Rich Busby, Pat Young, Bill McGrail, Kayla Newtek, and Chris Cornsey. Let's give them all a round of applause. Yes, I will get to actually Steve's contribution in just a minute. So,
Special.
yes. So, I want to read a little bit about the aspirations of the Center for Artificial Intelligence. We seek to promote AI literacy, research, and education, providing lab space for learning, professional development opportunities that equip students, staff, and faculty to thrive in a technology-focused future. The center is designed to be a venue that encourages entry into AI student research and curriculum to solve real-world challenges that advance the human condition, regardless of focus, academic area, or position. It enhances the ability of students and faculty to do work at the leading edge of AI and empowers an intellectual community that crosses disciplinary boundaries, schools, and beyond into the future of work and life. I just want to capture some progress that we've made this year. In the area of research and development, we have a wide variety of students who have been involved in AI research and development projects. When you get to see the center, you'll see posters on the wall and you'll have a sense of what our students have been able to do. In addition, we have students who have been involved under the guidance of a professional research mentor, as well as entrepreneurship projects through Into that have made where our students have worked with professionals. Industry and higher education collaboration. We've done work with Argonne National Laboratory, Discovery Partners Institute, the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. We've worked with the North Carolina School of Math and Science, 1871, and also a hackathon. In interns and entrepreneurship, we've had two wonderful interns this year under Britta's direction, who have done a phenomenal job in showcasing and teaching a lot of us adults about AI, which has been very meaningful. Then under Steve's leadership, there was an annual Power Pitch Entrepreneurship Competition featuring AI-related business. Steve was also mentoring a group, IMSA.ai, and Into on all the projects that they have been creating a peer-to-peer support system to explore AI. In curricular connections, we've been beta testing an AI tool that's been used in a variety of classrooms. Students have been learning about ethical considerations, about the use of AI. The AI team created an AI intercession that there were 3 options and available to our students. This team here led a series of AI Bites workshops and seminars. We've even submitted a grant proposal to take that to the next level of creating a certification process where IMSA has potential to, if that's granted, to issue our own AI kind of endorsement that would be available not just to IMSA students, but be available to students and educators around the state. Certainly, we want to think about AI with an equity lens in our work as we think about the impact of AI on humanity, and certainly a lot of community building and engagement. I really enjoyed reading The Worlds I See by Dr. Fei-Fei Li, who really talks about the human perspective. And I kind of want to read a brief paragraph that I thought was like spot on how it relates to what we do at IMSA. So she writes, this collectively is the next North Star, reimagining AI from the ground up as a human-centered practice. I don't see it as a change in the journey's direction so much of a broadening of its scope. AI must become as committed to humanity as it's been to science. It should remain collaborative and deferential in the best academic tradition, but unafraid to confront the real world. Starlight, after all, is manifold. Its white glow, once unraveled, reveals every color that can be seen. I think it's so appropriately named that is called Frontier Lab, because we want to be at the frontier of seeing the impact of AI in education. Looking forward, we have all sorts of dreams around creating this credential model, promoting active discourse about AI social implications, engaging learners in designing, developing, and testing new AI platforms, and so much more. And our ability to do so is really based on the people and their will and their passion that are right here with us. You are all the individuals who will take AI to the next level. And so we have a special launch with a special ribbon cutting with a special robot who will lead us into this new Center for AI. So I am going to pass it over to Britta.
But first, before we open the door, I have a few thank yous.
Yes.
First, to Rachel and Neve, my 2 awesome interns this year. They are incredible. Thank you. Next to Tammy, who puts the super in supervisor for me, and I really appreciated everything she has done for me this year. I'm Britta McKenna, and I'm back just for this year to work on AI as a special initiative and get this open. And also thank you to Dr. Glazer and the Board of Trustees for putting this on your 2033 vision. So all of that, okay? And a last thank you is to Joyce Simoniak, our IMSA art faculty, who worked very hard with us on this opening. And we not only have the AI lab, but we've got AI-inspired art that she's going to tell you about when we get inside. And also, if you are on the AI theme team, can you raise your hand? There's a number of us here today. Yep. Thank you. It has been a joy working with you this year. We are truly better together. And so are you ready to cut the ribbon? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, well, first of all, we couldn't have gotten everything hung without Rachel and Neve, okay? That's number 1. They did an amazing job. They literally did all the hanging. So that was kind of a nice venue for me. I didn't have to hang my own students' work. Everything you're going to see is done by students with AI as a tool. So go ahead, you guys want to start with this one? So this was digital photography. In the brochures that are laying around, there's actually their original image and then what they did in AI. So what they had to do is they had to pick a subject matter, which they did not know what it was. They pulled it out of a hat, literally. And then they had to find an artist that they pulled out of a hat, literally. They had to now bring their images that they took in for digital photography into what we call ArtBreeder. So ArtBreeder took 3 of their images and created one. They took that single image, they moved it into another AI site called ArtGuru. And then what they had to do is they had to make sure that when they asked it to do it in the style of, so like this was in the style of Kandinsky. You know, we have Van Gogh. So when we asked for it to be in that style, students had to make sure that that style represented that artist. And this is their actual digital photography in the style of different artists. So they had to research the artist to make sure that they were in similar style, similar time frame. So there was a lot more going into it than just, we're just going to upload it and we're done. It didn't work that way. So they had to do several different processes to get it correct. We also made sure that they were actually representative of their original image. If they were not even close, then they had to start all over again. So that's something in AI that in the arts that you can physically control. So if you guys want to keep going around.
Which one are we going to do, the posters?
So now we're going to go into the posters. These were done in graphic design. There are 4 of them around. Students were asked to either A, use their own image or find royalty-free images. So royalty-free images means all they had to do is download them and thank the artist that took the image, that they were going to use them and where they were going to use them. So in this one, this was actually a photograph from a student that they took on a walk. They uploaded it. AI magically added the girl at the bottom. Okay, so it was just something that wasn't even intended. She just kind of showed up. So AI has a habit of putting us into a dream state sometimes. So they added the girl, and then on top of that, they had to go back into Photoshop. They had to adjust the pixels per inch because AI and online pixels per inch don't match what we need to do to create something that large. So they had to adjust all the pixels per inch. In some cases, if it ended up being an HTML website that they couldn't get the image, they had to figure out how to bring that image from an HTML web file into a JPEG file. And then they had to go into Photoshop and extend them. So that was this one. This one, she used 3 different images. The flowers were her image. The rest, the other 2, the girl and the ground, she found in pixels, royalty-free. Then once she brought it into Photoshop, she realized there was too many flowers, so she had to delete some of them. So once again, it's a thought process that takes time because you have to do the math to figure out what's going to work for you in Photoshop. And then there's 2 more in the back. Imagine is actually the cover that you're going to see on the program that we put together.
Programs are here and around. Please
That
take one.
was actually done with 4 different times of going into AI and using it. So each quadrant of the pizza is a different AI image created from 2 images for each quadrant of the pizza. The one next to it is an image that the student took at Zion National Park, and along with another tree image. So he combined 2 images into one, and then he asked it to look a little bit more cartoon style, a little bit more animated style. And that's what he ended up doing. And once again, these all had to go into Photoshop to be extended. And then this one was done by just the visual arts department in general. It actually has a title. It's called Divisible by 3 minus 2. Y'all have to figure that one out on your own as to what exactly it means, but everything in there with the help of Grant is divisible by 3 except for 2 things.